Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
What we got?
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Mixon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line...
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
General West.
They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Smooth.
They'll set up the throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Ready?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Eluding the pressure right. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. On first down, they're going option left. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Come on.
On second down now, Nixon. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
53 at the mic. 53 at the mic. Come on, D.
They'll drop the throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
That defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run with Murray. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, Charlie.
Defense.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. This is brought in at the 21. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Check four.
2nd and 5. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. And they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Catch made here by Campbell. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Joe Mixon. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Marr now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. You draw quarters. Ready.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Keep getting sacks. It's now 3rd down.
Let's go.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to go down again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Took nearly the entire 1st half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Browns on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll look to throw. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. And Butker able to put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Mixon. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed, so maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Akeem Hicks make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2nd and 14. It's caught. Lockett. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And he fields it cleanly. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Stop your whining. Check. Fresno.
Here's 2nd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. Campbell making the catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. On 2nd down, Mixon. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Back to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Hey, hold on. Check 52's the mark. Here we go. Check. 22. Check. Ball track.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They come up in an offset eye.
It's just me and you.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
That's where you belong.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Maher is good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Pick there by Nick Nelson. Then it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll set up to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Nixon will try the right side, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol.
We got 4.
Nixon trying to punch it in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's a run with Nixon. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Joe Mixon with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
91. 6'6", bullet high.
On play action, they'll throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On the delay, this is Murray. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Hey, lock it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Turn it up. Kill, turn it up. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 1.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. They find some open field here. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now the second down throw on target. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for Cleveland. 44 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. He'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Raekwon McMillan in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fold.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Nick Kwiatkowski picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. On the run, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down now, it's Murray. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. 80 weapon.
59. Defense wins championships, baby.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now back to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll drop to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Hey, Alpha.
59 mark. Check, 59. Hey, that's good.
Get it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Touchdown, Cowboys! Touchdown. Sammy Watkins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, You want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hard.
They'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they run with Mixon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now. He's been terrific so far. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Again, it's Murray. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, Murray. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
I got you.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Cowboys, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.